This article covers a developing story. Continue to check back with us as we will be adding more information as it becomes available. Amazon Prime has debuted the latest trailer for the highly anticipated fantasy series, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, coming September 2nd. One of the most beloved fantasy properties of this generation is The Lord of the Rings, and it's returning to the screen, but not as a film series. Years after the original trilogy from Peter Jackson came to an end, Amazon Prime is reimagining J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved universe as a streaming series, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, after the studio bought the TV rights for $250 million in 2017. Unlike Jackson's films, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power will explore a different era set thousands of years prior to the famous storylines. The Amazon Prime drama will focus on the Second Age, telling the story of how the iconic Rings of Power were forged while also establishing how Sauron came to power. A lot of ambition is going into The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, as there is already a 5-season commitment, with the showrunners knowing in advance what the ending of the series will be. With only weeks to go before The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power debuts on Amazon Prime, the first 2 episodes will be screened in select theaters 2 days before the premiere. As the marketing has been going non-stop for the series, Amazon Prime has released a brand new trailer for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, giving the latest look at the fantasy drama. Like many of the other trailers for The Lords of the Rings, The Rings of Power, the latest sizzle reel indicates, once again, just how crucial Morpeth Clark as a young version of Galadriel will be to the series. While Cate Blanchett's Galadriel in the movies had already gotten to the stage where she is in the books, the show will truly explore through Clark's iteration how she gets there. In many ways, all the trailers, including the newest one, seem to hint at how The Lords of the Rings, The Rings of Power will be seen through her eyes. Given how rich The Lord of the Rings universe is, it will be exciting to see The Rings of Power getting to elevate unexplored territory. Whether it be Galadriel's origin story, the various kingdoms, or how the Second Age shapes Sauron to become the ultimate big bad that he is known to be, Amazon Prime is about to give this franchise a spotlight that will last them for years. Depending on how successful The Lords of the Rings, The Rings of Power, it wouldn't come as a shock if they even begin to branch out through various spin-off shows. With this most likely being the final The Lords of the Rings, The Rings of Power trailer before its premiere next week, it will be intriguing to follow the show's viewership globally as Season 1 comes out. Join Amazon Prime, watch thousands of movies, TV shows anytime, start free trial now. Source, Amazon Prime.
My heart returns to you, dinner, you were